visiting Miles Bulldogs in a 2A matchup for the ages. After that, we visit San Angelo Stadium to check in on the Central Bobcats, who took on the high-flying Abilene Eagles. And it isn't opening night in West Texas without some rivalry games. We have exclusive action between the Wall Hawks and Mason Punchers, as well as the El Dorado Eagles and the Cristobal Cougars. All of this and much more to come on Week 1's edition of Fox Football Live.
Welcome everyone to Fox Football Live. I'm Damian Bartonic, and you know what time it is. Time to talk all things high school football. This season, we will be on streaming platforms like Facebook and YouTube, as well as our own network, Fox West Texas. For all of you watching, be sure to grab an ice-cold Dr. Pepper and enjoy the next 30 minutes of nonstop action, starting with our game of the week between the Sonora Broncos and the Miles Bulldogs. With a game this big, we broke down the easiest path to success for both teams with an exclusive Bartonic breakdown. Our game of the week for Week 1 of Fox Football Live is obviously none other than the Sonora Broncos taking on the visiting Miles Bulldogs. This one is a huge game, big-time matchup, and let's treat it as such. Let's give it that respect by breaking it down just one step further. We're going to go ahead and start with the visiting Miles Bulldogs. This is a big key for success, stopping the violent run game of the Sonora Broncos. Now, how do they do that? Well, they're going to do it by winning at the point of attack. You see here, whether it's those in the trenches or the linebackers behind them, they must meet the running back at an angle and make tackle. If not, it could be a long day for the Bulldogs defense. For the Sonora Broncos now, one thing Coach Wilhelm loves to do is fling the pill all over the lot. That means, flat out, y'all, they love to go deep. And with quarterback Liam Yancey, that kid can fling it. So they must stay disciplined on the outside and get a good jam on the receivers at the line of scrimmage. One way you defeat offenses that like to draw up those really long developing plays is by throwing off the timing of the route. And one way you do that is by winning at the line of scrimmage if you are a defensive back. Y'all, this is such a great matchup. You see the smile, you see the energy, because man, this game is huge. I love the energy out in Sonora, love what I've seen out there in Miles. So without further ado, let's get right into it. This one was a defensive one early. You're going to see the opening kickoff here, and it's actually going to be returned for a pretty good one. It's going to be taken past the 20 for some decent field possession for the Broncos. Now, this is going to be their first drive. Juan Castillo, you're going to see him right here on the play action boot, and he's going to complete this one for a nice little 7-yard gain. Look at him throwing it across his body, looking nice. Now, later in the drive, a holding play is actually going to make this 3rd and long, and Coach Weston dials up a screen, but it's flat out blown up. This is going to be a 3-and-out for the Broncos. First drive for the Bulldogs now. Liam Yancey to Tevin Mead, and look at that, man. That kid is fast. He rounds the corner for a gain of 6, but hey, I told you this was a defensive one. Broncos defense with a shoestring tackle on Mead, forcing a 3-and-out as well. Bronco ball now. Remember the Bartonic breakdown. Win at the point of attack, and that's what the Dogs do here. Next play, the hole is there, but you see the Miles linebacker with the beautiful angle and the tackle on Dylan Ford. 3rd and medium now. Castillo rolls, finds his man, but hey, the force out rule is no more a thing, and that'll be a 3-and-out for the Broncos yet again. Miles ended up punting on their next drive, so we start with Sonora again. Castillo, he's going to find his guy along the sideline this time for a 1st down, but that's as far as the offense was rolling, so much so that this punt makes the highlights. An 80-plus yard punt gets downed at the 1. Eventually the scoring picked up, and Miles won this one by a final score of 32-14. Man, that was a slobber knocker once that second half began out there in Sonora. Two highly respected programs going at it in week one. But that's far from all we got. As a matter of fact, we had another member of the home team out at San Angelo Stadium today covering a fantastic game. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and bring in my guy, Sean Humphrey. Sean, you're dressed the part. You look like a stud, my friend. Sean, big time game for two programs looking to start off fast. How did it go out there?
The rivalry renewed, and what a way to bring about a renaissance, a barn burner at San Angelo Stadium. And these two teams hadn't played each other since 2021, and the over century-old rivalry matchup offered some optimism for a San Angelo Central Bobcats squad that won just one game last year. So let's jump into the highlights. First drive for Abilene was methodical. Braden Henry dumps a quick pass off to running back Ethan Joyner for the first down. This team has a need for speed, but slow and steady won the race here. Same drive, fake toss. Henry rolls right and fires the touchdown pass to the UTEP commit Rylan Bradford. Eagles draw first blood, and Central will get the ball back and have a chance to score. And stay tuned to see if they did score. Elijah Allen breaks one tackle before he's brought down at midfield, showing him what he's got. It ain't flexing if you do got it. And if you are not looking at your screen yet, now is the time. Squeaky English hit as he throws, but Jimmy Edwards manages to come down with it wearing pads, a jersey, and the defender. Later on in the drive, English manages to break the plane for the Bobcats' first score of the night. It would make it 7-7, but this is, of course, much to the delight of the Patriots in the student section. You won't believe it, but the first play of the next drive for Abilene, the play action was so good I even got faked out behind the camera. Bryson Perez being what I like to call a hoss. Nobody's going to catch him. It's a track meet to the end zone. Abilene ends the quarter up 14-7. 8-point game going into the fourth, but the final score 60-36 Abilene. Now, Abilene is ranked 8th in Class 5A Division I. I spoke with head coach Mike Fullen before the game, and he was calm, cool, and collected. Obviously, some things to work on after giving up so many points, but the Eagles win and move on to next week's crosstown showdown against Abilene Cooper. Hey, Damien, we got a lot more to go. I had a blast at the game myself. I know you had a blast in Sonora, but go ahead, show the fans and the people sitting at home what else they've got to look forward to.
I got you, Sean. Hey, I appreciate you, my friend. That was an excellent contest there. Love the duel between two programs with high-level head coaches. Now, let's switch gears and talk some rivalries. In sports, we've had some great ones like the Cowboys versus Washington, Texas versus Oklahoma, but this one between the Wall Hawks and the Mason Punchers is up there too. Mason backed into their own end zone shotgun formation. Quarterback takes a snap and runs to the left and gets absolutely click-clacked for a gain of just a few yards. Next play now. Some week one problems come about. A bad snap is actually going to force the center to dive on the football for a pretty big loss. Now, the Hawks defense was everywhere tonight. And you're going to see right here, y'all. This play you're going to see right here, snap taken, and that running back, oh man, I feel bad for him, man. He ain't going anywhere. Crunched yet again. Now, Mason is going to end up punting this ball away, but you're going to see here, man, it was not a pretty punt. Like I said, there were some week one woes for a lot of teams here, and look at this one. It's going to set Coach Slaughter's offense up in some really good field position inside the Punchers' 45-yard line, and the Hawks, they're going to make them pay. The quarterback is going to end up standing tall in the pocket, and he's going to display some touch with this one right into the breadbasket, leap and catch, 7-zip Wall Hawks, and guess what? Wall brings home the W, baby, with a final score of 28-0. Oh my goodness, man, that was great. Can't wait to hear Coach Slaughter's thoughts whenever they get back to Wall. You'll be seeing Fox West Texas there next week for sure. To another rivalry game we go. Pecos and Snyder have been going at it for years, and that continued tonight. We pick up in the second, a 7-7 ball game. 1st and 10, you're going to see quarterback takes the snap, and he's going to end up rolling to his left and throws it towards the sideline. But once again, his wideout's not Tony Toe Tap. That force-out rule's not a thing. That's incomplete. Next play, the Snyder defense absolutely swarms the backfield for a loss of a handful. I mean, hit him in the mouth, that's for sure. 3rd and 15 now. Quarterback is looking like Pat Mahomes with the arm strength. Look at this angle. Pat Mahomes with the arm strength, but the Snyder DB makes a play on it. It's time to punt this joker back to the Tigers, and you're going to see here Tigers football now deep in their own territory, and they nearly get caught for a safety. Very next play, though, the one thing about these tables, man, is they are always turning. And you're going to see here running up the gut, the running back with a 22-yard run, first down, and momentum's there. They got that momentum, but Snyder's going to end up getting caught in the backfield on this play. And honestly, that would eventually lead them to punt, and it would also be a punt on their chances to win this game. The Tigers dropped this one 41-7. Now, we have shown you plenty of football so far, and luckily for all of us, there's still plenty more to show. But before we do that, let's take a look at some of the best action we saw from the cheerleaders and the bands in our area.
And the Abilene High Junior ROTC Cadets.
Man, that was pretty nice. All right, we are 4 games into Week 1's edition of Fox Football Live, but there are plenty of other teams in action tonight. So let's go ahead and check in on some scores from around the region, specifically the games from last night. First up, this is a final score, and shout out to the Winters Blizzards coming away victorious in the Ice Bowl, defeating Frost 28-27. This one was a close one right there in 2A football. The Gymnett Indians are a storied program, but unfortunately, Chapter 1 of their 2024 book comes with an L to Lubbock Estacado. Now, the Fort Sam Buffaloes came up just a few yards short last night, losing to Coahoma 34-28. And this one right here was huge. Comanche. No Kyler Beatty anymore. He's out there in Baylor, but hey, that is no issue. 50-0 victory over a very, very good Poth Pirates team. Man, hey, one block down here on Fox Football Live, but don't worry, there's still plenty of action to come. Stick with us for more right after the break. Welcome back, everyone. We are 4 games in so far and still have much more. We pick back up in beautiful Ozona, Texans as the Lions took on McCamey for their first game of the 2024 season. Let's pick this one up in the first quarter. Now, this play right here is going to sum it up for the Lions, all right? It was just flat out too easy tonight. Christian Villarreal walks this into pay dirt. 6-zip Lions here. And I told y'all, man, it was easy. Another one, Hudson Fowler with what I call a long handoff because it's so easy for 6. That is a 14-point lead for Ozona now. And next play, Fowler does his Tim Tebow impersonation. Look at that little pop pass. This one, just like the former Gator, goes for 6 more. Now, this next play, I'm gonna need a moment of silence for all y'all at home. This is gonna be a beautiful deep ball. Let's have a quick moment of silence. Look at this. Oh my goodness, absolutely beautiful down the sideline, and that gave the Lions a 4-touchdown lead. They would go on to win this one big by a final score of 60-0. Oh my, hey, thank y'all for that moment of silence at home, all right? Now, the Albany Lions enter this year without superstar running back Adam Hill, but head coach Denny Faith built a program that has made their money on recalibrating every season. Tonight, they took on Stanford in game 1 of their season, and man, this one was tough. Stanford flat out got busy early, and you're gonna see right here, this is an 85-yard pitch and catch. You can call him whatever receiver you want. You want to say Devin Hester in the open field, Terry McLaurin, CeeDee Lamb. That's what this wideout from Stanford looks like right here. This is going to end up putting the Bulldogs up 30-0 against the defending state champions. And one thing Albany had going for them was luckily Stanford missed the extra point, making it just a 29-point deficit, all right? Now, the Lions, they even struggled on offense, y'all. Hugman Heatley got absolutely crushed here. Very minimal gain there on 1st and 10. Next play, not a clean exchange from the center and quarterback. Running back gets absolutely smacked again. Then now this one right here, 3rd and 10 now. They're going to go with the draw play. Very, very good play to call here on 3rd and long, but the running back is dancing in the backfield like he's going to prom. But unfortunately, his only date is with the Stanford defense. Yeah, this one was ugly, y'all. Stanford beats the defending state champs by a final score of 50-6. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games down here on Fox Football Live. So it's only right we take a look at some of the final scores from across our area and show some love. All right, y'all. Reagan County absolutely ran through Olney, pitching a shutout like they have the 85 Bears defense. 32-0 victory for the Owls. The state champion contenders, the Westbrook Wildcats, fell to Jayton by a big-time score of 66-16. Similar result for the Bronx Longhorns, unfortunately, who fell to Santa Ana by 20 points. And the Eden Bulldogs, look at my Eden Bulldogs dominating those Paint Rock Indians tonight, 58-12. All right, y'all, plenty of football to come here, West Texas. Don't you worry. We've got more highlights as well as our band of the week and the best sounds from practice all coming up right after the break. as we take a small break from highlights, just a little one, let's go ahead and show you all some of the best sounds from practice leading up to tonight's Week 1 games here in West Texas.
I really like what they're doing with the white six too.
Hey, the dope, right?
Yeah, that's very nice.
Good God. That long. All we're gonna do is come out here. We're gonna get some team in against each other.
A little bit at a time. You're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna get on you a little bit, but we gotta get it fixed.
If he turns this way, look at me. You're the receiver. You're running. Go.
Good. You got it. Get out here. Go. Ooh, baby.
Go score.
Make sure our eyes stay on cue. Good, don't look good.
Let's go. Let's go. Stay with me. Go. Don't everybody say it at once. What? How many formations do we run? Two.
Let's go.
Yellows are back there.
It's still hurting. Make sure you get some water. Get a day better.
It's day by day.
Day by day.
I'm gonna go. Hey, you see me, coach?
Yeah.
They're ready to feel a little quicker than that. Eyes up, Eddie. Next group.
Don't jump on top of it.
Come on, JJ. Up. Out. Nope. Quick.
Ready to put a defense out in front of it? No. Here we go. Ready. Sled. Hurry. It's got to be good. You got to get up. I'm going to start up, down. Let's go. 55 Texas Bandit. Ready? Arm.
Absolutely gotta love it. We ended with some sounds from Ballinger's practice. We were kind of going into Winners and Ballinger there, and that's exactly where we will pick up for our next contest. This one between the Bearcats, who traveled to Merkel, taking on the new look Badgers. Let's get right into it. Bearcats down here on the goal line. 3 wideouts, 1 back. Jalen Hernandez, he's gonna end up busting this one into the end zone. 6-zip Ballinger. Now, in what has become a difficult part of the game, the extra point is no good, so this is just a 6-point lead. And Merkel tries to get something started here on the kickoff. Now, this is a little bit unusual. They had a fair catch inside their own 30-yard, or at their own 32 rather. A little bit weird, but I can respect it, all right? But the Bearcats defense is on them like white on rice. Huge loss on this toss play right here. And later in the drive, you're going to see 3rd and an absolute mile. And the Bearcats, they're going to nearly come away with the pick. That man owes Coach 5 push-ups for dropping that one. I'm not going to lie to y'all, all right? When I see him, I'm going to tell him that's 5, all right? Now, Merkel tries to claw back into this one, now down 12, and they almost make a play here, but nothing comes from this one. And something we haven't said in a while, let me clear my throat. The Ballinger Bearcats win a game for the first time in over a year, defeating Merkel by a final score of 28-10. My man, I will see y'all next week, Ballinger Bearcats, already. And shout out to them Ballinger Bearcats, man. Now, as promised, it's time we show some love to the band of the week here at Fox West Texas. This band was special tonight and is deserving of the praise, none other than the Sonora Bronco Band. Hey, some of those kids were nervous when we told them they were the Band of the Week, but hey, they showed out for us, all right? 7 games down, Band of the Week in the books, but guess what? There's still plenty of action to show you. Let's check in on some scores from across West Texas. The Clyde Bulldogs in a close game against Cisco, 35-35 in the 4th. Now, Sweetwater Mustangs versus Idalou. This one is 25-21 in the 4th. San Angelo TLCA lost to Tahoka by a landslide. That one, unfortunately, was actually 54-0, and the Lakeview Chiefs pulling ahead in the 4th quarter, but they just came up short, losing to Fort Stockton by 3 points, 30-27. All right, y'all, as we start to put a bow on Week 1's edition of Fox West Texas's Fox Football Live, we get a quick 90-second weather update from none other than meteorologist Brent Musall, as well as a recap of the action from Week 1.
Damian, it was honestly a pretty nice start to football season temperature-wise, especially when you compare it to where we were last Friday. Hit a high of 108 in San Angelo last Friday, so thankfully nowhere near that hot, no records. Could have done without the rain. We'll kind of have this active weather pattern sticking around through the weekend, especially for us here at home in West Central Texas. Could it impact college football? I think thankfully it looks on the less likely side. Abilene Christian going to be playing at Texas Tech. Kickoff at 6:30 Saturday evening. Temperature is going to be in the 80s, 60s throughout the game by about 5 o'clock. Small chance of rain. I do think if you're going to root on the Abilene Christian Wildcats, you can expect some fairly pleasant temperatures. And now, the game of the weekend, Notre Dame playing at Texas A&M in College Station. This is personally important to me. I went to Texas A&M. Our boss went to Notre Dame, so we have a lot on the line. My job on the line, West Texas. Kidding, of course. It's just a nice little friendly office rivalry. Kickoff also at 6:30 for the Aggies Notre Dame game. Temperatures in the mid-80s. Again, a small chance for rain. It does look like the best chance for rain going to be in